Hi guys, this is Eric, and it has been a while. I wanted to give you an update on what's happening here with me and with the channel. It's been a couple of years since I have posted any videos on this channel, and there's a reason for that. But perhaps the first thing that you should know or notice is that I've changed the name of the channel. I have gone to changing it to Average Guy Low Carb. And that is kind of a teaser to the direction of the channel. It's a new year, new channel name, and a new focus for me. And for those of you who are just seeing me for the very first time, allow me to kind of introduce myself. You can go back and look at the other 6 videos that I made 3 years ago, and you kind of get a background of where I was when I was thinking about this channel and what I was going to do with it. But let's go back to November of 2020. In November of 2020, I had the first of 2 heart surgeries. They were there to, deal with a condition known as AFib. I had AFib and a flutter, so kind of a little advanced case of bad things happening in the ticker. And so I went through this surgery, and that was November of 2020. In December of 2020, just after the holidays, I jumped on the scale and I weighed 248 pounds. And that's the heaviest I have ever weighed in my entire life. And I wasn't too proud of it, wasn't too pleased at all. I decided to jump into the ketogenic lifestyle, the keto diet, if you will. And I lost 27 pounds in 28 days. There's a video, and I'll put a link to it up here and down in the description box as well, that details exactly what I did in order to get those 27 pounds off in those 28 days. And then over the course of 4 months, I dropped, I think, 41 pounds. So I was at my lowest, I was 209 pounds. And I was feeling so good. I was looking great. And there were a lot of really great things to say about that. And I attribute that to a low carb lifestyle, a ketogenic lifestyle. I was focusing on getting to the place where I was 20 grams of carbs or less every day. I had a 1,530 calorie allocation, if you will. And just so that you know, I'm 6'4", and that's if you look at the RDAs, the recommended daily allowances put out by the USDA, those numbers are low, and yet it was really good for me to drop the weight, and I did. And like I said, I was feeling great, and that went on for 4 months, and then in March of 2021, as I visited the doctor for my 3-month checkup from my first heart surgery, I walked in. I was, almost 40 pounds down at that time, and the doctor looked at me and he says, "Who are you, and what have you done with my patient?" And I was pretty proud of that. And then he said, "You don't need to be on any medication at all," and removed me from the heart regulation medication. He removed me from the blood thinners that I was on. I was on absolutely no medication, and I was at the top of my game. I was feeling great. And then several things happened about 3 months later. Um, I was leaving a restaurant, and I had breakfast there, and I was leaving. I walked out to my car, and by the time I left the front door of the restaurant to the time I got to my car, I was almost entirely out of breath. My head was spinning, and my heart was racing like it had never done before. And so I called the cardiologist, and immediately they put me back on all of my medications, and they put me on maximum dosage of all of those medications. The the end result of that was I needed to schedule a second surgery for the same thing. They were going to go in and do another ablation on both chambers of my atria, and that's kind of what was coming down the road. Now that surgery got delayed a couple of months, actually several months. Um, we were still going through COVID. We had the doctor had his wife had a child, and so he went on paternity leave, and so it took a while for me to get to that second surgery. In addition to that, about that same time, I also found love. And not only did she love me, but she loved pizza, she loved pasta, and she loved popcorn while we watched movies together. And guess what? I love those things too. And so I kind of put keto down and enjoyed life for the next 3 years with this woman who is truly the love of my life and now is my fiance. And we were just kind of enjoying life, enjoying the food, and it caught up with me. 3 years later, very slowly but surely, that weight came back on. And as it came back on, I never got back up to, almost 250 pounds, but I got to 232 pounds. And I looked at myself in the mirror, and I didn't like what I saw. By the way, I should let you know, the second surgery went fine. I had that surgery in October of 2022, and I've been almost a year and a half. Ticker's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. I feel great. In fact, the day that I publish this video is my 57th birthday, and I am super excited to get back on this channel and share with you. And like I said, I've changed the direction of the channel. The direction now is going to be talking about my journey back to health as it relates to a low-carb lifestyle. And on February 6th of 2024, this year, I decided to jump into an even more focused lifestyle diet. I decided to go carnivore. And basically what that means is I eat meat products exclusively, or I should say I probably almost exclusively. And I'll give you the example of what I eat that is not a meat product. As I said, it's my birthday as I'm filming this, and so we're going to have artichokes. I love artichokes. I have always loved artichokes. And so that's my one deviation, if you will, from the carnivore lifestyle. But everything else I pretty much adhered to. I'm not a purist in the sense that I still have coffee, and on occasion I will have a glass of whiskey or something like that. But, all things in moderation. I'm not going crazy on those things. I don't need those things. I choose those things. And so far, it has not adversely affected my progress. And so let's talk about my progress. I actually just crossed over 3 weeks yesterday, and I am down 13.8 pounds. So just about 14 pounds in 21 days. And I feel great. I mean, I've got energy. I'm sleeping well. I have all the faculty of mind. You know, I've been, I'll be honest with you, and I'll talk about this in future videos. I have been kind of struggling with a little bit of depression, and I can tell you exactly what the trigger was for that. I'll save that for that next video. But you know, the fog that comes. Some people might say that's just getting old. I don't really buy into that. I think there's a metabolism issue that I am dealing with that I am now in the active business of resolving. But I feel great and I'm never hungry. I don't need snacks. I don't even desire the snacks. Now, I'm not going to lie. I walked into a restaurant and saw in the case all the desserts and everything, and some of them looked really good. And I thought to myself, wow, I'll bet you those would be really good. But I didn't want them for myself. I just enjoyed the thought process. And then I ordered a prime rib and eggs, and wow, it was the best breakfast I'd had in a very long time. Um, I think the biggest thing for me is the overall health benefits that I have seen, not just in myself, but I have observed from a number of board certified medical doctors that are in active practice today. They're all over YouTube. I'll put links to them down in the description box as well. I have very much appreciated the conversation that goes around the carnivore lifestyle. And for those who think, well, that just seems a little too restrictive of a diet, um, I kind of side with Dr. Ken Berry that says what's restrictive is being overweight. What's restrictive is your clothes not fitting. I am a professional magician. That's me. And as I get up on stage, I have people filming me and taking pictures of me, and they send me those videos and photos. And I'll be honest with you, I don't like what I see because I focus on the large belly that I have developed over the years, and I'm doing something about that. Moreover, I'm getting married at the end of this year, and the thing that means more to me than just about anything is I want to be here in 10, 20, and maybe even 30 years from now. And in order to do that, I need to be in better condition, better metabolic shape than I am in today. And so I invite you, join my journey. Go ahead, click the subscribe button. Go ahead, like the video, and stick around. I'm going to kind of tell my story as it develops. And it would be a pleasure for me if you joined in. If you wanted to drop a comment of encouragement or just tell me how crazy I must be, all comments are welcome, and I will do my very best to read all of them and respond as appropriate. All right, guys, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you made it this far, I'll show you a magic trick in my next video. I've been doing magic professionally for 37 years, and I bet you I got something that might entertain you. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.